So this is my second semester with the U of A, or second semester in the graduate program. The first semester, the faculty encouraged us to wait before starting our progress project. The progress project is the first of three individualized projects that we work on as graduate students. They tell you to wait so that you can focus on school and getting acclimated to the graduate environment before you get your feet wet with your own work. So this is the second semester. I said, okay, I'm going to work on something that I've never done before so I can challenge myself and explore new territory as a choreographer. So the first thing that I decided I was going to do is I was going to make a ballet. It's just a very different and difficult place to be as a choreographer for me personally, because it involves being true to the form, it involves being true to the technique, being aware of certain choreographic elements that aren't present in other forms of choreography. You're restricted in a lot of ways that can help you if you are aware of them, but they can be detrimental if you're not, because you end up making mistakes that don't do justice to the form. So I chose to do ballet. I built a whole scenario in my head that was a narrative, and I didn't use the narrative. I didn't treat the ballet as a story ballet, but I used that narrative to inform the structure of the piece that I created.
So for my progress, my main thing that I wanted to work on was creating movement from the overall theme or idea. My progress project is called Futuditas, which is the Latin version of the word desire. And I based my whole piece off of the idea of desire. Actually came from, a lot of my ideas and concepts came from the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. They did a study on desire. And so I took that idea of desire and played with different ways you could emote desire, either if it's mental or physical. So for my progress project, I really worked on creating movement that shows that concept. And I worked with a large cast. I had 13, so it's not crazy large, but it's fairly large. And I worked with 13 people, and I wanted to really just show the idea of kind of sometimes when you desire something, you will go to any feat to get what you wanted.
I had done a lot of choreography at dance studios for young students that are pieces that are 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 45 seconds to 3 minutes, and that's your time limit, and that's what you do. So formatting choreography as a serious choreographer and making something that is something that I would want to produce outside of teaching, that's what I get to work on in grad school. I get to see if I can be a choreographer in a way that's going to allow me to make something that I can put out into the real world as an artist.
So I'm kind of used to working in this theater. The great thing about this theater is that it was constructed specifically for dance. They built the auditorium in a way that every seat would be good for dance. You're not seeing into the wings. We need to use the whole space, so we have a pretty open stage. And in another theater, you would either see into the wings, you would be missing action that's going on. So that's great as far as the audience is concerned. And then as far as setting it on the stage, it's a state-of-the-art facility. Every type of lighting need that you could imagine is available to us.
It was actually fairly easy for me because I had such talented dancers that they were able to go up on stage and do all the staging themselves. I had to make 2 or 3 staging notes, and that was about it. They were really good. I really worked with John on the lighting while they were doing that, so we really spent a lot of time going through the lighting, going through the specific changes that I wanted. I wanted like a side light at the end, and I wanted 2 panels of light at the beginning, so we really worked to get that to where it looks great.
What's interesting about auditioning your piece for showings is you don't know if it's going to get in the show or not. My dance, I had particular lighting, very, very specific lighting in mind, but I didn't know if it was going to get in, so I had to also make the beginning section able to work with or without the lighting that I wanted. So the beginning section, the dancers are on stage and they make a little vignette, a little picture. And so the lights come up on the image and then the lights black out. And when the lights black out, the dancers change and form another image. So when you're watching the piece, you see little pops of these pictures. that come and go. But without that lighting, if I had been in Last Chance to Dance, I wouldn't have had that lighting option, so we had to kind of set the dance for both options.
And I got 13 really awesome dancers, and it was great working with them. They're also creative and they all have their own ideas, so I would create something, they'd be like, this feels more natural going this way, so then we change it that way. I'm never set in choreography. I always vibe off of the dancers, so this group of individuals really helped me vibe. I would create something and then look at them on it and change it, and they were just really open and willing to go with my process and make me change it 500 times. So